This is the iPhone SE. According to Apple, this is, quote, the most powerful 4-inch phone ever, and a big step for small. Are these quotes true? Well, that is what we're going to find out in this iPhone SE review. Let's get started, shall we? On first glance, the design of the iPhone SE feels very familiar. In fact, some people might say, isn't that a iPhone 5S? Well, basically, Apple's used the same square-ish design of the 5 and 5S and added in upgraded specs and features, which I think is quite nice, to be honest. If you look at the back of the phone, you can see that there's an SE logo just below the iPhone branding, which is probably there to indicate that this is an iPhone SE, not an iPhone 5S. There are 4 colours that you can get the iPhone SE in, including space grey, which is what I have, silver, gold, and pink. I mean, rose gold. Yeah, rose gold is one of the colour options. Taking a look at the specs, you'll start to see some of the improvements compared to the old iPhone 5S. In this case, Apple's taken most of the core specs from the iPhone 6S, like the A9 processor, M9 Motion coprocessor, and 2 gigs of RAM into a 4-inch body. Just like the iPhone 5S and newer, the iPhone SE includes a Touch ID fingerprint sensor, right over there. However, it's the first generation variety that is found in the 5S, 6 and 6 Plus, not the second generation used in the 6S and 6S Plus. But what does that mean? Well, it simply means that unlocking your phone using Touch ID may be slightly slower compared to the 6S, which could either be a good or bad thing for most people. The iPhone SE currently runs the latest release of iOS as of recording this video, which is iOS 9.3.2. The performance is generally very quick and snappy, thanks to the 2 gigs of RAM that's included. Unlike the 6 and 6S Plus, there's no 3D touch included on the SE, which I personally don't find to be an annoyance for this phone. One very useful feature that Apple have recently added in iOS 9 is Night Shift. It basically adjusts the colours of the screen to a much warmer, friendlier colour spectrum, which is much easier for your eyes at night. This works very well if, for example, you want to check your Twitter feed just before you go to bed, perhaps. So how about the camera? Well, it is, in fact, pretty much the same one found in its bigger brothers, with a 12 megapixel sensor on the back that can record 4K videos. What's quite nice is that the camera module isn't protruding, unlike a lot of phones that are out on the market today. Yep. Live photos, which was introduced on the 6S, is also found here, allowing you to take a photo with a few seconds of video before and after the photo is taken. Since 3D touch isn't on the SE, you have to long press the screen instead of pushing down on the screen. Now that sounds a bit weird, but you get the idea, hopefully. In terms of the photos themselves, they're actually quite decent, which isn't a big surprise since iPhone cameras from the last couple of years have been quite good. The bump from 8 to 12 megapixels means that there's more detail in the photos compared to an older iPhone, like the iPhone 5. Video quality on the SE is also excellent. You can now record 4K videos, as mentioned earlier, meaning videos are much more crispy, as TLD today would say. Also record 240 frames per second slow motion video in 720p or 120 frames per second in 1080p, which I think is top notch. One thing to point out though is the front facing camera, which hasn't been upgraded from the 5S. It has a very low resolution of 1.2 megapixels, which means the pictures outputted from that camera are okay, but not great either. Media consumption on the SE is quite decent, although the only thing which could be an issue is the screen size. Watching videos or playing games may feel a bit small on the 4-inch screen, but the good thing is that the 326 pixels per inch display is quite decent, featuring vibrant colours and nice details. The built-in speaker that's found at the bottom of the SE is, well, average. But using headphones plugged into the device works flawlessly. Wrapping this review up, I think that the iPhone SE has served me very well as my daily driver so far. While the phone definitely is quite small in this day and age, compared to flagships that have screens as large as 5.5 inches in the case of the iPhone 6s Plus, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and the new OnePlus 3, the size of the iPhone SE definitely hasn't bothered me as much. So, if you're looking to upgrade from an iPhone 5S or lower, or if you're looking to buy your first iPhone, the iPhone SE is quite a decent option. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me in the future, or something. And you can also follow me on my social networks like Twitter and Instagram for more updates from me in the future. So once again, hope you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, press play and not record. There are 4 colours that you can get. There, I messed that up.
There's Mo, just chilling in the garden. Wanna say hi to the camera? No? Okay.
Okay. Well, who got the anti-album though? Y'all been listening to that shit. Y'all know Desperado?